ThinkTank is essentially a collective of different artists from different backgrounds, different creative influences. It straddles between the two cities, Bristol and Manchester, and we started it up in Manchester and it's kind of moved to Bristol as we've got to know more people, and more people have put in more ideas, and we've tried to create this community of people where everyone can grow and learn from each other's different styles, but we can also create this holistic environment where we actually have, an idea of what's going, where we're progressing as one collective, but also helping each other evolve along the way as separate, individuals essentially. In terms of ThinkTank as a collective, we have specifically a couple of artists which we like to think of as, I guess, our resident artists, people like Tom Miller, George Gamble, and also lots of people from their sort of area and their own artistic influence. But we all of us in our different roles come together to create this community where we all grow creatively, and there is no defining lines essentially in areas. It's not like I'll sit and solely do this one thing. If I can help out in another area or vice versa in terms of the artists we have, we all come together as this family.
I originally got involved with ThinkTank through Miller, kind of getting me involved, and that's kind of through first year of university and that, and it was good. It's nice to see the whole kind of from different areas, different sides of the country, kind of getting involved and it all kind of coming together and being a more national thing, I guess. And hopefully the movement can just spread. It's an awesome thing to be a part of and that, and so it's going places. So that's pretty sweet. I've just met so many great people from that playing with the guys here, and it's been crazy. It's kind of pushed my kind of style along, and I've definitely developed, so I'd say, as a writer, artist, whatever you want to call it. I just like to paint. It's something I enjoy doing.
I think ThinkTank is unique because it's neither a company nor a collective, but both. So through being a collective, we try and, we do try and generate an income, but to support the creative industries, the community, the people that we work for, and also much more on a personal level, an interactive level, rather than just through the swamp of social media and the internet. It's much more interactive in terms of events and people, and going out into the community, i.e. Bristol and Manchester, and creating this network of people that essentially have their own lives, their own separate creative forms, their own influences, their own drives in life. The products we provide have a range of different designs from specific artists with their own individual artistic touch, but also have our company's branding so that it's part of this collective individual and the way the two integrate together. So we have different designs on things like t-shirts, original canvases, range of prints, and everything's totally individual. There are no set prices. It totally depends on the individual piece of work in question, regardless of what media it may be printed on.
I think one of my first favourite artists was Greg Creola Simpkins. Just blew me away, all these mad creatures, and sort of then through that I found Juxtapose, and through that I found artists like Mars One, Oliver Byrne, and this whole movement over America was just they're all doing mad stuff I want, and really made me want to paint. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. I think even if it was miles away Bristol, I'd still come to Bristol just because it's like a little town, it's like a little, it's just everyone sort of, I mean it's so relaxed in a way. It doesn't feel like a city, whereas I can find cities intimidating, but it's a town with such a cultured, sort of relaxed town, people doing what they want to do, and everyone's sort of encouraging what people want to do, and it feels really human. It doesn't really feel like some scary sort of incorporated place. It feels like a people place, and exactly sort of what ThinkTank is and what it should be. And people wanting to do what they want to do and helping it, and I suppose that's what ThinkTank is, something to help people to do what they want to do.
I feel personally that I can walk around and get a little snapshot of people's lives through inanimate objects like a wall. You walk past specific areas, Stokes Croft, you walk through Stokes Croft and you get these little glimpses of people's creative expression, pieces of their soul, not to sound too cheesy, but you get all these different imagery and symbolism, but it also creates this cultural environment, which I think then relates to ThinkTank, specifically because it is individual expression in a collective environment. And nowhere else apart from Bristol, I feel, do you get such a focus on this growth. At the end of the day, we want people to have fun expressing themselves, giving back to the local communities involved, but also supporting themselves financially and collectively. Come and get involved, hit submit function, follow us on stuff, and we will always follow you back as well. If you've got creative ideas, then we're gonna equally come and approach you as though you were your own collective, your own individual, and then we can feed off each other. It's about growth, full stop. Boom.